At Lourdes, we have a handful of different students with different disabilities. We have an elementary school and a middle school. In the elementary school, there's a lot of work that I do directly with students to help provide some intervention or to provide additional support in the classroom, and sometimes outside of the classroom, depending on the student's needs or the day. It's kind of taken on a student-by-student basis to make sure that we're providing for the direct needs of that student and specifically what they are going to need within the classroom to be successful. It's the idea that all students are able to learn and should be able to be included in the community of the school. And it looks different in many different places, and for students it can be very different. But the idea is that we are one school, we are one community, and ultimately we are one church, and we want to make sure that the students who would like to come to our school have the ability to access the curriculum and access the community in the same, not necessarily in the same ways, but in the same environment. Doing simple things that help a student who has dyslexia or who help a student who has ADHD, those things are often very beneficial for all of the other students.
It also pays off to help all the kids who have different, smaller or just, attention disorders or whatever it is. I think it really helps them too. I have a couple kids this year that will just break down in the middle of class or just have issues with getting things done, and everyone just loves them so much. And I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Max has Down syndrome. So to adapt so Max knows what is happening throughout the day, we have this little folder with his schedule and with pictures of which teacher he's going to be working with, just to help him know what's coming up and what his day might look like. And we use the first then speech with him. So first snack with Miss McGinn, and then you get to go to recess. And Max loves using this, and he knows how to use it. So when he opens, he knows which ones. Usually he's really good when he knows music is coming to pull music, and he puts it on here. And then he likes to tell us what is happening next. So the position to write can be sometimes hard for children, all children that may have a harder time holding a pencil, because it's using a lot of fine motor skills. And Max struggles with it, but so do some of my other students. And so this raised desk helps him to have a more comfortable position while he's writing his letters and his spelling words.
Classical education is about the whole person. It's not just about learning facts. It's about what kind of person are you. And education is not just about knowing true things about history and math and science. Education is about what kind of person are you. And to become a whole person, you have to know how to love other people.
Ultimately, if we would like to run a true Catholic school, we have to be inclusive to the people who would like to be here. We have to be able to serve, and we have to include the full Catholic community, which includes kids who have Down syndrome, kids who have ADHD, kids who have PTSD. And to say that we cannot serve you doesn't fit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. I think in order to truly express who we are as Catholics and what we would like the Catholic Church to continue to be in the future, we have to be able to try. We have to be able to try to serve the people who would like to be here.
To love someone, you have to know someone. And so it can't just be this intangible, we love and serve those that are different than us or those that function in different ways or things like that. It has to be like a real experience, I think, to know. And so that's huge in the formation of our children, not just to say intangibly or just in a big general way, this family writes a check or this family prays for those or this family whatever, but to actually know somebody, to actually get to know the characteristics of a person who is different than them in this specific way is a real big gift to their formation.
I want Pia to gain all the tools and resources she can in order to love and serve God the best way that she can. And so I think that the way that I can help set her up is, even the little things as learning her letters. And I think she will be a great influence in the world. And so I think I'm just helping her with those little steps right now.
I mean, so a teaching that comes to mind is if you want to find your life, you have to lose it. And so I think about, I think that's a concern sometimes maybe that parents have and maybe even children have sometimes, like people ask too much of me, right? This love is too demanding. It's too demanding for me to offer this sacrifice, offer our time, be patient in the line, be patient here, be patient there. And so I think that's, to me, just a huge value of this program is to be able to say that the children are learning right now. You don't lose by giving of yourself. You don't lose by giving of your time. You gain. You gain this joy of this person, but you also gain in this environment as well. And they experience, I think, that grace, giving that grace of God. So I think that's what they're learning right now is if you want to find your life, you lose it. Giving to others actually exponentially increases the grace of God in yourself. And you don't need to, that's not a concern you need to have. That's not something you need to protect yourself from. That's something you have to embrace, and practice.
It's so good for all of us just to be around people who have special needs. Our kids in the school are going to be more human. They're going to be more compassionate. They're going to be better about engaging people because we have a special ed program. And I think that's a wonderful thing, and I think it really matters.
Our kids would have such a loss to not have them here. it's important to us, not just that our school is inclusive, but these specific children are here, and we want them to be here. We want to help them be here. And it would be, we want to be fully supportive of that for sure.
They have a joy to them that draws you out of yourself. And I actually would say it helps our humanity to come alive.
I think it's an incredible gift to be able to give because not only are students learning, are students being incorporated into the church community and an academic community, but the teachers and the parents and just the parish community that we have here has grown and been so blessed because we have been able to offer these services and because we've been able to see so many of these kids as they truly are and give them the supports that they need. So if you are able to, it's an amazing gift to be able to give and something absolutely worth doing.
You should support Class Education and our special ed program at Lourdes because these kids matter and the enrichment that they get is an end in itself. It's a beautiful, true, and good thing. And it also supports all the rest of the kids in the school.
This is such a wholesome experience for the other students and for the whole school as a whole. I mean, just the joy that Pia and Max have brought to this school. It's transformed the school. And I think it's definitely just a worthy cause of bringing your students into an environment where they get to learn, in a joyful and welcoming community.
Thank you for supporting this program. It makes our school a better place. It makes it a more human place. We're so grateful to you for helping us make Lourdes what it should be.